subscribe to the YouTube channel. Today, this is a Brain Fuel Game of the Day. Make sure you guys are, subscribing and checking out the content. All right, so here we go. It's hard to beat someone twice your rating. Right, so look at this rating difference. Boom, this is it. I mean, this is huge. 1900, 800. 1900, 800. Now, this was a 3-minute game in a viewer arena that was unrated. Is from SNF in the chat is what he says. So let's check the game out. D4, knight f6. C4, e6, right? Knight c3 and bishop b4. We got the trusty Nimzo Indian, right? Yeah. Yeah. This actually is a very nice trusted opening. Obviously, I mean, I'm a fan. I used to play it actually before I made the King's Indian. I actually went King's Indian first, and then I switched into Nimzo, and then went back to King's Indian. And I was going back and forth, and with Grunfeld there, obviously. So we learned a lot. But Nimzo, I had a very good time with the Nimzo. I never really had any problems with it. And I played the Bogo Indian too, which is literally just bishop b4, no matter what. Even if they went knight f3, I was going bishop b4 and playing the Bogo Indian because it cuts down on study time. So if you have a problem, guys, and this is just a side note, if you have a problem, if you're a Nimzo player and they play knight f3 and you can't play bishop b4, you can play it anyway. I recommend you just look up what they call the Bogo Indian, right? Because it's very easy for you to play this, and it's the positions are similar. Knight, bishop b4, e5. Let me refresh that. Sorry, move that over here. Okay, so e6, bishop b4, e3. Right, so e3, and you can capture it immediately. So you can do this. You can. The Bozo Indian. Wow. Bruh. They called it the Bozo Indian. I used to do Nimzo and King's Indian. Now I'm going into classical d4, d5 stuff, okay? Starting position was prearranged. Oh, it was prearranged. Oh, nice. I didn't even know. That's pretty good to know. So prearranged with Nimzo. Oh, so that was just this is even more different, right? It's not the opening he even played, right? It's already a great sign, says Ches Nathan. Yeah, so this was actually a prearranged opening from viewer arena. So I'm assuming it started like right here. This is probably where it started. E3 happened, so he traded with C3. Cool, perfect. He traded, didn't have to wait for A3. Now the idea here is to play on these double pawns. It was a Nimzo arena. Perfect. I've never heard of the Bogo stuff. Yeah, look it up. Bogo Indian, actually. I used to play it. It was easy to go with Nimzo because you can play bishop b4 for both. So after castles and then knight f3, after the knight f3 move, black can play d5, which is what you played. And a lot of times, actually, you play b6 here. Here's the idea. In fact, you play d5 in the game. The idea here is usually b6, bishop a6, knight c6, knight a5. So, for instance, something like bishop d3, right? And this is a little strange because I don't remember, obviously, all the theory here. I haven't played this in a very long time. But bishop a6, I would see queen e2, I've seen before. You play c5. Why? Because it keeps this pawn stuck here. Keeps it stuck. And if bishop here, obviously, you can play d6, e4, knight c6. You have to be careful of e5. So that's something you actually have to watch out for too. But it's something about knight a5. And you actually, let's just say e5 is not a possibility. For whatever reason, I don't think he can play that right now. I think he can, but weirdly enough, castles like knight a5, we're just looking at the idea, not really the moves itself, but really the idea is to bully the pawn and even do stuff like rook here, right? So this is your target. This is the target. So it's good to understand this when you trade that bishop so you know what the plan is. Yo, shout out to the Brain Fuel homies. Might purchase some Brain Fuel. So that's what you're looking for, right? This is the plan when you trade the bishop. And NJ says that's nice. Very, very, very good to know. Very, very good to know. So, okay, d5. d5 is hit, and then after d5, pawn takes. Oh, yeah, that's what he played, right? That's what you played here. How do I, like, refresh? I'm just going to play it like this. Knight f3. So you played d5. He captured. You captured back with the knight and c4. Problem here is, right, this is why you take with the pawn, right? So think about how bad your bishop is right now. Right, your light square bishop is gross. It hits this, it hits that. If you take with the knight, it's hitting this, it's still hitting that. Then you lost control of the center with the knight here. So when he plays c4, I mean, not that this just isn't that good. You out here, you looking crazy right now. You definitely looking crazy. Like this is not, you don't want this, bro. Don't do this again. Don't do this again, right? So we learn from our mistakes. We just take with the pawn, control both of these squares, keep the bishop out, maybe bishop g4, c6. Could be a possibility. The rule of thumb is put the pawns on the squares of the bishop you traded. So obviously you would want to put pawns on dark squares, but I mean it's kind of hard to do that. I would try to trade, maybe not trade the bishop off right now. You really want to trade for his bishop if you can. maybe bishop f5, for instance, if he's not paying attention. For instance, it's a garbage move, 100% garbage. But after bishop f5, right? And let's just go back. We just want to show, if you trade this bishop off, this could be potentially very good for you due to the bishop versus knight in the end game, because this pawn's on dark, right? And then we put the pawns on the light squares. He can't attack them. We also have traded the bishop off. It's good to understand. Good to understand. Back to the game. Knight takes d5 is garbo. Don't do this again. What are you doing with your life? Bruh. Don't take no more with the knight. You take with the pawn. So knight takes d5, and then c4, knight b4, bishop a3, and a5. Very nice, defending the knight. Bishop to e2. Black plays c6 here, right? c6, castles, and then this next move here is interesting. e5. He a68, right? This is why you don't care who you playing. You just play, bro. We just play. The man a68, and his opponent 1904, right? He played b5. Either this is a blunder and 100%, garbage, or he about to do something very, very nice. We have no idea what we about to see right now. After b5, c takes b5, d takes b5, bishop takes b5. So he's going for it. He has sacrificed the pawn. But he does have a nice line here with, where does he put the bishop, guys? Where does he put the bishop at? Right? Where does he put the bishop? Now he got the nice lines and stuff. Where does the bishop go? Where does the bishop go, chat? Our bishop, in fact, sorry. Like, which bishop? Yeah. Where does this bishop go? Oh, it just came back. What's up, Rife? We're actually going to do guess to Elo. We're doing guess to Elo next. Guess to Elo would be next. Right. Put this bishop on b7, right? Yeah. Put this bishop on b7. Right? Here we go. He went bishop d7. Garbage. Bruh. You go bishop b7. Bishop b7 is much greater, right? You put the bishop on the long diag, right? And then knight d7, knight f6, knight e4. But he played bishop d7. Okay, right. Not terrible, but he played bishop d7. Right. Oh man, did they trade a bishop? Yeah, I mean, you could trade a bishop. Bishop takes, so he trades it. Bishop takes b4. We takes queen b3. Hidden the pawn. He defends it. Rook b8. Rook fc1. We go knight f6. Actually, I mean, I'm just down a pawn, right? 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. But I have this pass pawn. Not this pass. It's a restricting. I got some space. I got the squares on lock. I mean, this should be not good. This should not be good for black, but it's holding. It's holding. And remember, the guy you playing is 1900. Bruh. We don't even care. Like, shoot. I mean, not that we don't care, but we still going to play on. So 95 happens. Queen d5. He going for trades. I mean, that is like, clap it up, right? 800. 800 out here in this game. Trading queens in the end game where you down a pawn. Queen takes d5. He takes d5. Rook a to b1. 94, expanding, maybe knight c3. You never know, right? Never know. And then knight d7. Wow. Knight to d7. And then knight c3. Anyway, here come the tactics. Here come the tactics, right? So here it is. He hits him, right? You see the little dragon up there too, right? He for real. Oh yeah, he for real. He got the dragon flare next to his rating. Yep. Yeah. He's supposed to be pushing tight, ain't he, right? Yep. That's right. That's right. And then after knight to c3, rook takes c3. So he took it. B takes, and then knight takes b8. Oh, snap. Dang, bro. Dang. But then SNF did what? Shout out to you purchasing that brain fuel. Is there any prize other than that? Hoodie? No, just a hoodie, bro. That's what we was giving out tonight. Hoodie. But I mean, we'll figure out if we can't get it to you. We'll figure out something else. C2 says Attila. Yeah, it's black to move. C2. Right? That's the move. That's what he played. He played C2, hit the rook. Rook C1. Rook takes B8, and all of a sudden, what is going on? What is this? What the heck? Are you kidding me? Bro, you have to be kidding me, right? All of a sudden, he's just lost. And this is why tactics win games, guys. This is why tactics win games. This is why you study your tactics. This is why you should do them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is why when you have a chance like this against somebody much higher rated, you'll be able to find these kind of things. And white is literally going to lose this game. Garbage. Let's see it. Let's see it. H3, rook B1. Rook F1. He takes and it doesn't stop it. I have a queen and I don't. Okay, let's take that back. I was just about to say I don't care what rating you are, you should win this with a queen, but let me not put that out there. So you should win this with a queen. You should win this with an extra queen here. Yeah. So king e2 check takes and he just start mopping up. Now this did take a long. I mean the execution was definitely a little gross because this. I mean, look at this. This is where the real 800 start coming out. Look at this. What is going on? And then he ends up winning, right? This is the checkmate, right? But the rest was a little sloppy. And sloppy, absolutely. Everyone blunders. Higher rated players just blunder less often, right? Black has only used 30 seconds. Who's blitz? Well, is that correct? Yeah, he used 30 seconds. He uses blitz. Oh, yeah. Wait, I don't know if the clock is actually correct, though. Was this 3-2 as well? I was afraid of stalemate. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Definitely. Thanks for sending the game in, SNF. Ken Worthy, 39. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, this was. I mean, Black was losing at one point, and he just ended up winning. Crazy. That's crazy, guys. That's amazing. Well, thanks for sending the game in, SNF. Yeah, and this was 3-2 game. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty cool, man. This was Brain Fuel Game of the Day. Yeah, so we'll have more coming up for that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube.